Hi everyone, welcome back to my vlog. Today I'm going to share with you my amazing one-day trip to TSC Shan Monastery, a beautiful Buddhist temple in Hong Kong. I hope you enjoy this video and don't forget to like and subscribe. I started my journey from Guan, a residential area in Kowloon. I took the MTR from Guanyin Station to Tai Po Market Station, which took me about 40 minutes. The MTR is the most convenient and efficient way to travel around Hong Kong, especially during peak hours. It was a smooth ride and I enjoyed the scenery along the way. TSC Shan Monastery is a popular destination for locals and tourists alike, so be sure to make a reservation first as time slots are available on a first-come first-served basis only. Admission is free of charge and registrations open at the beginning of every month, so you can plan your visit up to 30 days in advance. You can make a reservation for up to 6 people at a time, making it a great activity for families or groups of friends. To register, simply visit TSC Shan Monastery's official website. Tai Po Market is a lively and colorful place where you can find all kinds of local delicacies and souvenirs. From Tai Po Market, I took bus 75K to Tai Mai Tuk, a rural village near the Plover Cove Reservoir. The bus ride was about 40 minutes and it was very scenic. After getting off the bus, I walked for about 10 minutes to reach the entrance of TSC Shan Monastery. The walk was very pleasant and relaxing, as I passed by some green fields and small houses. Before I entered the monastery, I learned a bit about its history from a signboard. The monastery was founded by Li Ka-shing, a Hong Kong billionaire and philanthropist, who donated 1.7 billion Hong Kong dollars to build it. The construction began in 2003 and was completed in 2015. The monastery is dedicated to promoting Buddhist education and humanitarian services. TSC Shan Monastery is a beloved pilgrimage site in Tai Po, most famously known for its stunning 76-meter-tall white Guanyin Statue. Offering city dwellers a moment of calm and serenity, the site boasts lush greenery and traditional temple structures reminiscent of the Tang dynasty. The main gate is the starting point of the central axis of the whole monastery. On each side there is a bronze Vajrapani standing in a wrathful posture, guarding the monastery. 3 main buildings, including the main gate, Maitreya Hall, and the Grand Buddha Hall, are situated along a central axis, while another axis branches off from the Grand Courtyard and leads to the Universal Gate and the Guanyin Statue. Visitors are welcome to stroll through open corridors between the halls to admire the traditional architecture. The monastery itself is a stunning complex of buildings that blend traditional Chinese and modern architecture. It covers an area of 500,000 square feet and can accommodate up to 400 visitors at a time. The monastery offers guided tours, meditation sessions, vegetarian meals and cultural exhibitions. You need to book online in advance to visit the monastery, but it's totally worth it. The Maitreya Hall has a single-eaved gable and hip roof. The front facade is divided by columns into 5 bays. Bodhisattva Maitreya, the future Buddha, is the main statue within the hall. The style of the Bodhisattva Maitreya image, wearing a heavenly crown, was popular in the Sui and Tang dynasties. While facing the main gate, Maitreya looks at the world in front of him. Standing behind him is Bodhisattva Skanda, the devoted guardian of the Dharma, who holds a precious Vajra and faces towards the Grand Buddha Hall, protecting the monastery. On the 2 sides there are the 4 heavenly kings with fierce looks. All 6 statues within the hall are carved from camphor wood, with images of Maitreya and Skanda gilded in 2 finishes, matte with gold powder and shimmering with gold leaves. And the 4 heavenly kings ornamented with colorful draperies and colored glazed eyes, yet each one has its own unique characteristics. Stepping out of the Maitreya Hall, you enter the largest and most significant open space of the monastery, Grand Courtyard. Well defined with surrounding corridors and the 4 Bodhi trees, the Grand Courtyard is a space for everyone, at large, every sentient being. At the end of the Grand Courtyard is the Grand Buddha Hall. Together, they present a meditative ambience and a magnificent environment to illustrate the grandness of Buddhism. The Grand Buddha Hall has its front facade divided by columns into 7 bays with an 18-meter-high roof ridge. Inside the hall 3 Buddha statues are placed, namely Sakyamuni Buddha, Medicine Buddha and Amitabha Buddha. On either side of Sakyamuni Buddha stands his attendant disciples, Venerable Mahakasyapa and Venerable Ananda. The statues are carved from camphor wood either painted with gold powder or affixed with gold leaves. The statues inside the hall were carved following the sculptural traditions of the Tang and Liao dynasties. On the 2 sides of the hall, there are 18 bronze statues of arhats. At the back of the hall, visitors can find an illustration of the Maitreya Descending Sutra. The Universal Gate is the second largest hall of the monastery, with a width of 5 bays and a height of 14 meters. In its center there is a wish-fulfilling, 6-armed Guanyin statue. In the form of 2 concentric circles, the pond has a diameter of 8 meters. While water in the pond keeps flowing, it looks like a mirror from afar, signifying the contemplation of wisdom. Recorded in the sutras, Guanyin resides in Mount Potalaka. The naming of the circular brilliance pond in front of the Universal Gate Hall is based on this. Buddhism has a deep connection with nature, and so too does the monastery. Within its walls there are beautifully manicured gardens and trees as well as those that remain untended. Trees are of particular significance and many types were brought in to Shan Monastery alongside indigenous varieties. But what is most important in Shan Monastery's design is that it blends and unifies its buildings with nature and creates an ideal space for meditation. The water offering is a beautiful and meaningful Buddhist ritual that involves pouring water as a symbol of purification, devotion, and respect. At Shan Monastery, visitors can take part in this ritual and experience its soothing and mindful benefits. Unlike incense sticks, which release smoke and contribute to air pollution, the water offering is considered to be a more sustainable and eco-friendly alternative. The sound of the flowing waters is said to help calm the mind and enhance mindfulness. By taking part in the water offering, we can find inner peace and connect with our spiritual side. The Guanyin statue has a height of 76 meters, comprising a 70-meter-tall bronze-cast white Guanyin statue, including a 3-tier bronze lotus platform, built upon a 6-meter-high granite base. Guanyin has a compassionate and graceful demeanor, and on her top knot there is a small image of Amitabha, implying the blessings and protection received through his immeasurable power. The statue is coated with white fluorocarbon self-cleaning paint and is modeled on sculptures of the Song dynasty. She wears a Kyura necklace and her clothes drape elegantly. In her right hand she holds a wisdom mani pearl and in her left hand a vase, from which she pours pure water to cleanse the phenomenal world. Her body leans forward as she looks down from above on all beings, guiding them to enlightenment with her compassion and wisdom. In the middle of the path, right in front of the statue, there is a large bronze water vessel known as the Thousand Wishes Pond. Visitors making a water offering to Guanyin pour water into the pond. You should however know about some rules at the temple, which are common in some parts of the world, but not so common in others. During our visit, I observed that everyone followed the rules and there was strict policing of the rules, which made for an excellent environment for enjoying the beauty and spirituality of the temple, without any of the negative aspects that tourists sometimes bring to a venue like this.
Here are a select set of rules from the temple's website that you may want to be aware of before visiting. Keep your voices low during the visit so as not to disturb others. Dress appropriately for visiting the monastery. Stay hydrated and bring your own water bottle, which you can refill at the water dispensers. Do not touch any statues, religious items, or plants at the monastery. Pets are not allowed in the monastery. When we entered the monastery, we got a road map named Shan 10 Great Voss Stamp Tour Map. Temple combines the Samantabhadra 10 Great Vows, and the Pinlu culture to formally regularize the Shan 10 Wish practice experience, leading the public to follow the footsteps of the saint, walk to the 10 pilgrimage spots in the temple, and bathe in pure mind. Be wise, pray for the Dharma, and receive the red seal.
After putting the 10th stamp, the map was to be shown to the management, and then as a reward they gave packets of rice. Without a doubt, the main attraction of the monastery is the bronze-cast white Guanyin statue, which is flanked by 18 Buddhist pines on either side of the compassion path. The grounds of the temple are beautiful enough on their own to be worth the visit. However, there's something very special hidden under the statue that's a must-visit: the Shan Monastery Buddhist Art Museum. The museum opened only recently in 2019 and houses Mr. Lee's personal collection of Buddhist historic relics. The way the historic items are displayed and the way in which the volunteers manage the museum make for a wonderful and serene experience. Buddhist Art Museum showcases Buddhist artifacts and objects from around the world to promote the appreciation of Buddhist art. It is said to be the city's first museum exclusively dedicated to Buddhist art and relics, with exhibits and cultural activities focused on this subject. Aside from the museum, there are many other activities visitors can engage with, including tea meditation, Zen calligraphy, and walking meditation. To visit Shan Monastery from the city, you are struck by a sense of calmness, both in the natural environment and in the atmosphere of the majestic monastery. Shan Monastery is located on a hilly site with an expansive sea view to the front.
Some points to note before making your way over. Monastery only allows 400 visitors a day, so you must make an online booking in advance. It's so popular that sometimes bookings are made 1 month in advance. As is with all places of spirituality, wear respectful attire, that is, no sleeveless tops or bottoms that are above the knee. But alas, if you forget, the monastery will lend you a cloth with which to wrap up.
There was also a card machine in the monastery, from which visitors can take out the card. There is a quote or vows written on the card. 1 card per person is allowed to be issued. Look what quote was written on the card I got from the machine. It's very amazing. It says, in handling matters, let your mind influence your heart. In dealing with people, let your heart influence your mind. The highlight of my trip was seeing the Guanyin Statue up close. It was so majestic and serene. I felt a sense of peace and awe as I looked at her compassionate face. I also made a wish at the wishing pond, hoping for happiness and health for myself and my loved ones. I hope you found this virtual visit to the Shan Temple in Hong Kong useful. If you have, please consider subscribing below. I hope you enjoyed this vlog and got inspired to visit Shan Monastery yourself. It's a wonderful place to experience the beauty and tranquility of Hong Kong's nature and culture. The monastery highly encourages visitors to take public transport to help reduce global warming. While the location may seem like a trek, there are many transportation options available. I spent about 2 hours at the monastery and then headed back to Tai Po Market Station. Thank you for watching and see you next time.